everyone, welcome to Trade with Asim and Sajjad. I'm here with the weekly analysis from 4th of June till 8th of June 2018. We begin our analysis with economic calendar. This coming week is quite busy, but there are many fundamental news releases. The first one starts with the Monday. It's a retail sales for Australian dollar. Then later we have construction PMI for GBP pairs. We have some medium impact news for US dollar, GBP and JPY. Then on Tuesday we have RBI interest rate decision. This is a very big news for Australian pairs. Normally there's a movement of $100 to $150, so just be careful if you have any open trades at these times. And later the day we have for euro and GBP, and then in the afternoon we have ECB President Draghi's speech. This will bring big volatility in the euro pairs. And after that we have for US dollar, it's a non-manufacturing PMI and job opening can bring good volatility in the market. And then later on Wednesday we have the biggest news will be IV PMI for Canadian pairs, and then for US dollar crude oil inventories. Other than that, there are medium impact news. I'm sorry, I forgot the for Australian dollar we have GDP. This is also very good and looks like it can bring some upward movement for Australian dollar. Then on Thursday we have a Bank of Canada Governor Polo's speech, and then GDP for JPY, and both are very good pairs, and normally these news release bring very high volatility in the market. Then on Friday we have manufacturing production MOM for GBP pairs, and for Canadian dollar we have employment change. It's a very good news to trade with, and this time it looks like there will be a huge drop in USD CAD pair especially. So guys, good luck for the next week. We start now with the DXY US dollar currency index, and it's a weekly time frame. You can see US dollar has been very strong since last 2 months. The price was rejected at NFP. It did go up, but then it came down, and if you can see it just touched the previous high and then came down. So for me it's a kind of indication that it can come down next week. The whole week will be bearish for DXY. The reason why, you can see here the RSI, weekly RSI is also pointing to the downward move. Let's see how it looks on the daily time frame. Here it is, and even on the daily, though it closed in the green, but I still will go for a bearish trend because it can go a little more further up, but the long term or the weekly candle is showing that it's going to come down. So my weekly target, if it goes up, it can again go to 95.12, and hopefully when it drops, it will drop to 92.47 and below. Let's see how your USD looks, and as compared to DXY, it just made a doji, and it's pointing like it's going up this week. The RSI also is pointing an upward move, so definitely I will wait for a good entry to long Euro USD pair. Even on the daily, it might be here it is. On Friday it's all because of the NFP impact that it closed in green. Otherwise it was on Wednesday there it was a very strong trend reversal candle, or bullish engulfing candle, and it was supposed to go all the way up. but even now it's looking good, and we might see an uptrend in all euro pairs. So for this week my target is 1.1833 if it goes up, and in case it drops then it's going to 1.1461. Let's see GBP, and GBP is looking quite good at weekly time frame. You can see it closed in a very good shape, and it's just indicating it's supposed to go for some price correction or even higher. So for the next week my target for GBP USD is 1.3602 and above, and if it drops again it's dropping to 1.322 and below. We can confirm this with the daily time frame. Here it is, and you can see it's looking very good on the daily time frame. You can see it closed just in a strong position, and it's just heading up all the way to 1.3602. Even it's good if you can start Monday with a buy trade, or you can wait more for a good entry than this. And then USD JPY, and I'm a bit like can say like bullish, but yes, actually it can go up again. But this weekly candle also, it's just indicating it can go further down. But overall I will try to wait for a better entry, though it's looking good for sell, but I will wait for it. Why I'm saying this, because if we see the daily time frame, here it is on the daily, though it's looking very good, but the overall momentum might just take it down. I'm comparing it with the US dollar only, so the US dollars gets weaker, we might see a drop in the USD JPY. But I will definitely wait. Right now I cannot go with the long trade, or I even don't want to short it now, so better be careful with USD JPY and all JPY pairs. The most interesting will be USD CAD. As you can see, this whole week it did try to go up then down, but it just closed in the doji. This week we have Canadian data too. I'm expecting that the Canadian data will be positive for Canadian dollar, and we might see USD CAD dropping badly. So if it drops, it's dropping to 1.2745 and below, and even if it drops to this level next week is a bigger drop coming. And just in case, because of the oil prices also going down, so we might see Canadian dollar again to 1.3121. Let's see how it looks on the daily time frame, and here it is on the daily. Well, strong enough that I think it will try to go up a little and then drop. So if I will wait at least until 1.3040, I won't buy or sell, and if it drops on Monday then I will take a sell trading. But it's a very good opportunity to sell USD CAD. USD CHF, and it's looking very weak for the last 1 month or so. You can see it's just coming down, and I'm expecting a further drop in USD CHF. If it does so, it's heading to 1.9733 and below, and in case it goes up then it can go again to 1.00 and above. On the daily time frame, it's also looking quite weaker, though we might see sideways or a candle up or down, but then it's coming down. Overall it's heading 2.9733. So we're looking at the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar was supposed to go up last week, but it did drop, and right now I'm quite sure that it's going up, so I'm bullish on Australian USD pair. and this week I'm looking at 0.7659 and above, and in case it drops, so then it can touch 0.7410. Let's see the daily time frame. And the daily time frame is just showing like only on Friday it closed in doji, but I think it was because of the NFP impact, and I expect that Monday can start a good time for Australian pairs to go up, though it can go sideways for a couple of days, but hopefully by the end of week it will be touching 0.7659. So the next pair is New Zealand USD, and it's in a very good position. It's better than Australian USD pair, and the reason is because you can see this green candle, and even the weekly RSI is indicating an upward movement for it. I am targeting 0.711 for next week, and in case it drops, then it's again coming to 0.6837 and below. If we have a look at the daily time frame for New Zealand USD, I still believe it can go up all the way. So I'm bullish on New Zealand USD and strongly recommend this trade. The last pair is gold, and I waited all the week for the gold to go up, though it didn't, but I'm still hopeful it can go up, or maybe this week it can come to 1275 and below, but from this level then it's definitely going to go much higher, even to 1360. But for this week, if it keeps going up, and I expect the dollar will drop, so we can see 1321 and above till Friday evening. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I wish you a very profitable trading week. Take care of yourself and your trades. I will see you with a new video. Until then, take care and bye bye.